YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Fate Nice Good back with another one. This right here is a taper and lineup on a fro, on a curly fro, man. He been rocking the twisties. He took them out just to get a hair wash and a lineup and a taper, but he's gonna put the twisties back in. So I had to get them crispy, I started off by combing the hair, the areas that I was going to cut, and combing the front of that hairline down as much as possible. Then got straight into making my first guideline. I used my liners, made a line going across. Same thing in the back, cut off about an inch of hair in the back. I wanted to keep it pretty low, so I didn't run all the way up into the Afro. This cut came out real dope, man. Stay tuned. Same thing on this side, creating the first guideline. Then I get right into it with my magic clips. I got them open, and I'm creating the second guideline. Slowly, flicking out. After making that second guideline, I now remove the first guideline. I close the blade up, and I slowly adjust it as need be to remove that line. See, I'm just using the corner of the blade, closing it up as need be until that line looks gone. Same thing in the back. Started with the blade open, clippers open. Worked on removing that first guideline that I made. If you don't know the terms of open and close and all the terms that I'm using, I did a video a while ago explaining all the different terms and definitions, and it's called How to Fade and explaining clipper guards and all that stuff. I'll attach it to this video so you get an understanding if you don't know. Yeah, you're just slowly removing that line, man. Slowly closing that blade up to remove that first guideline. I always say it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. It's no rush. You do want to be efficient, though. Lastly, the same thing on this side. Started with the clippers open to begin removing that first guideline. Now I close them up, and I'm attacking that guideline, slowly removing it, using more so the corner of the blade. I just close it up more and more until that line is gone. It's that simple. Now I'm going in with the one guard closed. If you see me using that red guard, that means I'm using a one guard. I got it closed. Creating a new guideline. I'm trying to be mindful of where his Afro is and where his twisties are going to be, so I'm not going up too high into the actual bulk of his hair. Just the area where I can fade at. Little clipper over comb with the one guard on. That's equivalent to a 1.5, just so I didn't have to swap out guards. As you can see, I'm just knocking some of that hair down on the hairline. The hair on the hairline, you want it to be as short as possible, so that when you line it up, it doesn't move after the client leaves. Hair, has a tendency to move around. So if it's short as possible on a lineup, not to where it looks noticeably cut, especially if they have an Afro. So I'm just hitting the very front of that line, but you want to have that hair much shorter so that when you line it up, it stay in place. Doing the same steps with the back taper. Started off with the one guard closed, creating another guideline. producing more content this year, man. That's really what I'm focusing on. Trying to put out as much content as possible. 2020 threw me off, man. So 2021, I'm locking in for sure. With a lot of content this year. This will be my second video this year. Got the clipper open. Just blending out that back taper. Same steps on this side, same steps. One guard, started closed. Keeping the taper fairly low, not going up too high into where the afro is. Getting a little clipper over comb. Now right here you see I got the clipper open. And then knocking the hairline down. Same steps on both sides. Really making sure that taper is blended before I move on. So the next step, I got the half guard on, got it closed. Kind of just using the corner of the blade. It's a small workspace. This area, this taper. So I'm just using the corner. I don't want to create no new guidelines. When you use the whole blade, you risk creating another guideline, and if you don't got a lot of workspace, that can be bad because then you got to take the taper up or the fade up higher than what you intended. So just be mindful of that. Stretching the skin right here to try to prevent it from moving while I'm blending. Then same thing for the back. Half guard closed. Flicking out that guideline that I made with the one guard or with no guard. I don't know if you can see, but the hair in the back, it grows in different directions. His hair grows on the left side, it grows to the right towards the middle, and on the right side it grows to the left. So you want to be mindful of that. Comb it in a direction that is growing and fade against that. Same thing on this side, just using the corner of the blade, half guard closed. Now I took the guard off, doing no guard, clipper open, and this is just detail work, using the corner of the blade, attacking any areas I see that I feel could be more blended. I'm just using that corner of the blade lightly, you know, flicking at whatever area I see. I'm not trying to create no new guidelines or no new lines. So you want to just use that corner and gently attack those areas. Same thing on this side. Last of the detail work. Corner of the blade. Just lightly hit those areas that you want to attack. Okay, here you see me lining up the back. I combed the hairline out first. I'm just tapping it with my liners. You want to make sure you get behind the ear when you lining up, whether they have an afro or not. Get that hair behind the ear and over the ear. I'm keeping it as natural as possible. I don't want to dig too deep into the line. Same thing on this side. Just gently tapping that hairline, man. If your clipper's not adjusted to where you can tap and go, got videos on how to adjust your T-outliners or your Slimline Pros to get them to hit a little harder. Going around that ear, super important. And I spray some holding spray on the hairline first. Let it dry before I line it up. And then I get right into it, starting in the center, then working my way out to the corners. Now I'm starting on a C shape. Start at the top. I use the corner of that blade to like draw. Use it like a pencil, man. Draw the top of the C and then start from the bottom of the C and work your way up and then meet in the middle. It's real simple to get that C shape. And tapping that vertical bar. No pushbacks, man, keeping it real natural. I blend the bottom of the taper out with my liners. Just go up, blend it out, don't go too high. Same thing for the left side. Start in the middle, work your way to the corner. Now I'm tapping that vertical bar same way I did on the other side. Not pushing back, not digging too deep. Keeping that line as natural as possible. And then you see I'm using the corner of the blade, man, to start the top of the C shape. And I'm just drawing, working my way down. And then I go to the bottom of the C shape and I meet in the middle. It's that simple. You want to keep the line as natural as possible because the grow back, man, you don't want that grow back looking crazy. And as you can see, man, the taper looking real clean. Not even finished, ain't did the razor, no enhancements, but the taper with the natural line, it looks really, really clean, man. And that's what you want before you get to the razor and the enhancements. You want the line to already be looking good so that anything else you do should just be the cherry on top. When you razoring, you always want to make sure you stretch the skin. As you can see, I'm using my thumb to stretch the skin down. Started off going with the grain. Now I'm going against the grain. Angling that razor. And cleaning that line up, man. It just makes the line look so much more clean when you hit it with the razor. You want to make sure you got some good blades, some good sharp blades. I like to get all that hair off the forehead. It overall just enhances that lineup, man. Anything you can do to make that lineup pop, you want to do that. So I get the hairs around the line, and I also go down and get the hairs that's on the forehead and on the face, you know, depending on each client, but most people have a lot of hair on their face and on their forehead. Just real fine hairs that you can't really see, but they make a difference once you remove them. For the enhancements, I use the air compressor with some Kiss Expressions mixed with water. And I just lightly enhance the hairline. I don't like it to look super dark, super unnatural. Just want to enhance it a little bit to fill in those light spots. As you can see, and it makes the world of a difference, man. Same thing for the other side, just lightly enhancing it, not adding too much. You know, this is just my style and my opinion. I do see some barbers that enhance it and they make it look overly dark and extra black, and it just doesn't look natural, you know. And to me, that takes away from the cut. So right here, I'm doing a barber pencil, just tracing over the hairline that I just did. You also want to make sure the pencil is sharp so that the line is a lot thinner. it's thicker and the pencil isn't sharp, you're gonna have more of a tough time smearing it in, like I'm doing right now. So I use a different set of clippers to smear the barber pencil in. These ones aren't as sharp, they don't hit as hard. Stock blade, you know, so I can smear and rub and I don't got to worry about scratching the client or irritating the skin when I'm doing that. But just want to blend it in, and also the color of the pencil that you use. They got different colors. I use different colors depending on the complexion of the client. So, you know, if they're more of a brown tone, I use the brown pencil, and if they're a lighter tone, I use the lighter pencil, the white color or anything. So that plays a major role too on making the line look super natural and not enhanced. That pencil really makes the line pop, but if you blend it in good, you can't even notice that it's there, but it's definitely effective. So that's what I'm doing right now, just smearing a pencil in. Now I'm hitting it with my small brush, just blending that pencil in even more. As you can see, man, the line looks crazy. Like, if you could put a fire line on, you know, like I haven't shaped up the fro or anything, because like I said, he's going to get it twisted, but you can leave, you know, and walk around with the cut like this, and he got compliments with his hair just like this in this state, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I focus and spend so much time on that hairline, because it's super important. You want to make sure your phase is good too, but that line is everything. So if you learned anything, man, please share this video, press the like button, and leave a comment, man. If you liked it, disliked it, whatever, it all helps. Thanks for watching. I got more heat on the way, man.